We're here with Jose Cruz and Luis. We're talking about chapter 3 of Growing Up Digital by
Dan Tapska.
Yes. So, what did you think of chapter 3, guys?
Well, chapter 3 was mainly about the net gen, which was like the 90s or something, like the millennials, I think, which was the introduction to this new technology above the others and the new ways of interacting with the world.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because all the millennials have in common are these 8 norms. Well, for example, that appears first in the text is freedom. So, Santiago, what do you think about freedom?
So, yeah, I think the author has a point when he talks about freedom as a norm for this net generation, because it is true that, well, this generation, us included maybe, is accustomed to have information at the tip of the fingers. So when making a choice, it's really easy for them to look at all the facts, and I think it becomes really hard for them to make a decision because of that, because when they start to overthink what they're doing, and so it becomes really difficult for them. What do you think?
I think you're right. And also, at our time, accessing information is way easier than even for the millennials, because the examples it gives you is like Messenger, which Messenger nowadays is like dead, and we all use WhatsApp, which is more instant, and it can be a way to get information from many people around the world in instants.
So yeah, another one of the norms it talks about is customization of the information and other things. So what do you think about that?
About customization, the text says that millennials want to have, or I don't know about the work that we have told before, they want everything suitable for their interests. You know, they're searching for a job that for, for time, I think it's suitable for them. So they're looking for something to earn much money in lower time, but working hard. You know, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, customization nowadays it's a personal brand. It's what describes you. I think there's a quote about something that being its personal brand, the cell phone being the personal brand of Nike or something like that in chapter 3. But at the end, it's how you define yourself.
Scrutiny. Now this has, I think, come into the limelight the past year or so with, the President of the United States talking about fake media. Now, the text says that the net generation has an ability to distinguish like real news from fake news and facts from like lies. So I think this is kind of true. I think it comes down to like what you think and like your ideals. I think
also to your education. I mean, if you have a good education, you're supposed to know what's true and what's a lie and differentiate between those.
Yeah, I think all these things might sway you to say to think something is real or not. So if something says like this person that I don't like has done something bad, I'm more likely to believe that and like not look it up than if it says like this person that I do like did something wrong.
So yeah, as we can see, internet is a big agent for that kind of scrutiny. As all the time we are reading, notes, news that are from the internet, millennials can identify easily why is it fake or why is it verified and it's reliable the information, you know.
Yeah, so another thing it talks about is the integrity of the net generation, which I believe is the most important part. So what do you think about that?
Well, it's okay for them to have like this respect, this honor between themselves and the companies they choose. I mean, it's great what the book said about not buying from the companies that lie to customers, but if the company fix it, then the customers are gonna come back because they know they're fixing their own problems, which is very interesting because at the end, honor is like the most important things, and the being honest is a really important virtue towards others. and towards the civilization.
Yeah, and for me was interesting, the part of the text that says about a kid who has a syndrome that makes sounds of animals. I mean, that example
Yeah, Tourette's.
it's really, I don't know, real. Those are things that happen to to all of the students. So the integrity, I think, it's one of the most important because it allows you to work better and work as a group.
Yeah, and that way integrity is not compromised. You don't look at him like the weirdo. You look at him as someone that has a disease. Instead, in time before, you look at him as the weird kid with psycho mental problems. I don't know.
Yeah, so what do you think about what the reading says about collaboration? Because I mean, it says that the net generation likes to collaborate more, and I think that is true, but I think that the net generation is more selfish too. So, like, they will collaborate and they will, like, share their works with each other, but I think there's, like, a certain pride in, like, I did this, and, like, you have to praise me for it. So that's my opinion on
Well,
that. I would like to hear yours.
I disagree something about you because comparing to the previous generation, baby boomers, they didn't have the internet. So for that generation, they can have different ways of communication. It can be online or at the office, or I don't know. They have a lot of things to communicate. Now there's existing WhatsApp or directing message. Instead of the previous generation that it took I don't know, it's like a slowly process comparing.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, but I think with that it also comes to the fact that, like, people want. The reading also talks about the fact that the net generation needs to be entertained, and that it finds the fact that their work and their entertainment is very, very close, and so in the workplace they need to be entertained. So what did you think about that?
I mean, reading the thing about entertainment, I thought what Google did, and I think it was, well, I don't remember the other company, but the thing Google did that put them like the scaling wall and things like to entertain themselves, like video game consoles and something like that. That's really interesting. But at the same time, the reading said that not only were the way they're entertained is not also legally. Like, I mean, downloading musical illegally, music.
Yeah, so the speed of everything has a lot to do with the net generation. So it says there.
One thing that I analyze about that topic of speed is like I know net generation has a lot of advantages. I mean, they have internet and other things that baby boomers didn't have. But one of the point that I look at the text is like, I mean, the generation is kind of impatient. I mean, net generation, as they want all the things fast. So I noticed that it is like impatient. So they want all the well, I don't know, all the
Everything at the
message,
tip
all
of
the
their
answers
fingers.
fastly. Yeah, the text also says about, when you are chatting on WhatsApp or something like that, if it is online and it doesn't answer, it means that they are ignoring you. So that's what I looked.
Yeah, so innovation, I think, like what the text says about the net generation being in the middle of such a period of time where innovation is very, very constant, is very true. Like, the net generation is very accustomed to have, like, innovation, like, every day, something new. So I think that attributes to the fact that they, like, need everything fast, and it really ties into all the other stuff. So yeah, that's it for right now. So thank you guys for being here.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. See you.